had worked alongside for many years. Human shadows huddled before me, and as I moved about, I heard them whisper, "She has a nice smile, but she doesn't fit in here." Then I saw images, like mystic holograms, passing me and through me as if I didn't exist. And finally, there was a rushing sound, a giant roar that yelled, "Get out!" The nightmares wore on me like a crown of thorns. I often woke up in tears in the middle of the night, shrieking, "God!" I cried, curled in my bed, cupping my ears. "Make it stop. Make the voices stop." I told no one about the dreams, too afraid to be written off as either weak or dramatic. Trauma had drilled into my psyche like the constant jabbing of an ice pick, breaking me apart until I seriously considered if all the negative things said about me were true. Why couldn't they just accept me? I shouted into the air, trying to make sense of my rejection while streams of water dripped from my face. My mouth tasted coppery, like I was swallowing pennies. Yes, I was direct and strong-minded, articulate, not afraid to challenge or speak my truth to power. And I was supportive, loyal, and a good soldier who got results. All the things a leader should be. Betrayal and bitterness grew over me like kudzu. I sank deeper into my covers. God, finish the work you started in me. My body was racked with desperate sobs as I fought to break through this dark invasion and find the light within myself. Use my voice and the gift you gave me. I remained cradled in my bed, even as layers of amber broke through an indigo sky. Some days, I didn't leave the bed at all. Chapter 1. Recognize when you've outgrown a situation. Unapologetically, I touted my knitted fuchsia St. John suit and Stuart Weitzman heels, dressed and ready for the showdown. A classic string of pearls adorned my neck and gave me that final touch of ladylike elegance. My natural, pressed hair radiated a silky straight gloss, the edges smooth, a non-negotiable for African-American women in ultra-conservative organizations. At 41, my honey-bronzed face still had the smooth firmness of a woman much younger. Surprisingly, there were no lines or etches of battle wounds from years of working in a corporate system that was neither created by me nor for me. My heart raced as fast as the milliseconds on a stopwatch. It was time for me to head to work and beat the Atlanta traffic, but I stood frozen in front of my bedroom wall mirror, the expectations from people I cherished mounted heavily on my shoulders. "Julie?" My ears perked to the slow cracked drawl of my late paternal grandmother, Mattie Mae, and the memory of her unfiltered, crass tongue that made you laugh one minute and cussed you out the next. Mattie Mae hailed from Rock Hill, South Carolina, born just a few years before the Great Depression, when jobs were as scarce as food on the table. She dropped out of 5th grade to assume the only job she ever knew for women who looked like her, a domestic servant. She wasn't just the help. She was the top chef of her day. With her black gnarled hands, she cooked royal spreads and cleaned for white families well into her mid-70s to sustain herself and pour into me and my older sister, Annette, the best way she could. I reflected on how she never missed an opportunity every Easter to dress us up like Barbie dolls and pair us up with Easter baskets before showing us off to the old ladies at New Mount Olivet AME Zion Church. We weren't just her chaps. We were her hope and her dream. Annette became a doctor, and I, a corporate manager. We made it in her eyes and became her kinsman redeemer of sorts, making up in her life for everything that went wrong. "Don't you lose that good job now, you hear?" I could still see Mattie Mae scolding me with her hands dented into her fatty hips. My eyes watered as I remembered her. Oh dear. Another voice shifted its way into my memory. It was the soft eloquence of my maternal